It is believed that with every costume you wear on Halloween, you give the dead permission to possess your body for the night, roam the earth and visit their loved ones, or enact their revenge. While some people believe this to be true, many others doubt it. But how much do you think you know about Halloween? When you put on your favorite spooky costume and go trick-or-treating, what do you think happens around you that you can't see with your mortal eyes? To understand why Halloween is often associated with creepy spirits in the underworld, watch this video to the end with an open mind, knowing that you could be possessed by the spirits of Regan McNeil or Michael Myers the next time you put on a Halloween costume. Here's a story of how it all started. The origins of Halloween date back over 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts, who lived in what is now Ireland, the UK, and northern France, celebrated Samhain on October 31st, marking the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter, a time they associated with death. For the Celts, the boundary between the living and the dead was at its thinnest on the night of Samhain. They believed that during this time, spirits of the dead could return to the earth, walking among the living and even possessing the living in most cases. While some of these spirits were benevolent, others were believed to be malevolent, incapable of causing harm. To ward off these evil spirits, the Celts would light bonfires and wear costumes, typically made from animal skins, to disguise themselves and avoid detection by the wandering spirits. It was also a night for divination. People would attempt to predict the future through various rituals, especially concerning matters of love, health, and prosperity for the coming year. Bonfires and sacrifices were made to the Celtic deities in the hope of gaining favor for the harsh winter ahead. As Christianity spread across Europe, it often absorbed and adapted local pagan traditions. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as All Saints' Day, also known as All Hallows' Day, to honor Christian saints and martyrs. The night before became known as All Hallows' Eve, which eventually evolved into the word we know today, Halloween. While the church sought to replace the pagan festival of Samhain with a Christian holiday, many of the older traditions persisted. People continued to light bonfires and wear costumes on All Hallows' Eve, and the belief that spirits roam the earth on this night remained strong. By the Middle Ages, the tradition of souling emerged, where the poor would go door to door offering prayers for the dead in exchange for food. This practice, known as mumming or guising, is often considered a precursor to modern-day trick-or-treating. Halloween as we know it began to take shape in the 19th century when European immigrants, particularly the Irish fleeing the Great Famine of the 1840s, brought their Halloween customs to America. In the New World, these traditions blended with other cultural practices, and the celebration became more community-centered. By the early 20th century, Halloween had begun to shift from its superstitious and spiritual roots to a more secular and family-friendly holiday. Halloween parties, parades, and the custom of dressing up in costumes became popular. In the 1920s and 1930s, trick-or-treating emerged as a widespread activity, providing children with a fun and playful way to celebrate. The act of going door to door asking for treats soon became a key feature of Halloween night, transforming the holiday into a beloved tradition for children across the country. One of Halloween's most iconic symbols, the jack-o'-lantern, has its origins in an old Irish legend about a man named Stingy Jack. According to the myth, Jack was a trickster who managed to deceive the devil several times, ultimately leading to his cursed fate. When Jack died, he was barred from both heaven and hell and was condemned to wander the earth forever, with only a burning coal to light his way. Jack placed the coal inside a hollowed-out turnip, creating what became known as a jack-o'-lantern. When Irish immigrants came to America, they found that pumpkins, native to the New World, were more readily available than turnips and much easier to carve. Thus, the tradition of carving pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns was born, and today millions of homes display these glowing, spooky faces during Halloween. In many places, it is said that haunted locations become even more active on Halloween. Abandoned houses, forgotten cemeteries, and historic battlefields are believed to see a spike in ghostly activity as spirits respond to the energy of the living, celebrating their one night of freedom. Numerous ghost hunters and paranormal investigators report increased sightings and strange occurrences on Halloween night, claiming that this time of year stirs something deep in the spirit world. One such story involves a haunted mansion in Savannah, Georgia, one of the most haunted cities in America. On Halloween night in 1963, a group of college students decided to explore the Sorrelweed House, a notorious haunted mansion known for its eerie history of death and violence. They entered the house with flashlights, hoping for a thrill, but what they encountered was beyond their worst fears. One of the students reported seeing a shadowy figure standing at the top of the staircase, while another felt a cold hand grab her wrist. Moments later, their flashlight batteries died, plunging them into complete darkness. Panicked, they fled the house. Years later, they still talk about that night, certain that they had come face to face with the supernatural. Now, this may look and sound like something gotten from a movie scene, but I hope you know that most movie scripts are written based on real-life events. Spirits roam the earth on Halloween, both good and evil spirits, possessing the living and experiencing life for that one night every year. I don't think you should believe me, but here's a dare I have for you. On Halloween night at exactly 11:11 p.m., I need you to go to the middle of any cemetery that's close to you, stare into the night sky, and if there's a moon, look at it and repeat, "I am yours for the night," 3 times. Then spread your legs, and after doing that, bend over and look behind through your spread legs, and then come back to this video and share your experience with us. I'll be waiting. While Halloween started as a Celtic tradition and evolved into an American celebration, it has now become a global phenomenon. Countries all over the world, from Canada to Japan, have embraced Halloween with their own unique twists. In Mexico, the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, celebrated on November 1st and 2nd, honors deceased loved ones with festivals, altars, and colorful costumes, blending seamlessly with Halloween festivities.
Not bad for a dead guy.
Not so bad yourself, gordito. Eso!
In the United States and beyond, Halloween has grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's not just about costumes and candy anymore. People decorate their homes, visit haunted houses, attend Halloween parties, and even engage in elaborate pranks. The holiday's ability to blend the spooky with the fun has made it a celebration enjoyed by people of all ages. Halloween, with its origins in ancient Celtic rituals and Christian traditions, has transformed over the centuries into a modern celebration of creativity, community, and fun. It has grown far beyond its humble beginnings as a festival to mark the changing seasons or ward off spirits. It is now a holiday that brings people together to embrace their playful, imaginative, and even spooky sides. Whether it's the eerie glow of a jack-o'-lantern, the laughter of children in costume, or the thrill of a ghost story told around a campfire, the spirit of Halloween continues to captivate and delight us year after year. The history of Halloween reminds us that this unique holiday, rooted in ancient traditions, has an enduring power to both scare and unite us, offering a night where the boundaries between reality and fantasy are joyfully blurred.